former federal prosecutor and author. Great to see you, Sidney. And let's start with the Flynn motion here. Is there any reason why the Department of Justice shouldn't comply with your request to have a full search of the database that would reveal what you expect to find?
No, absolutely not, Lou. It should be absolutely required in this case. I mean, we've just found extraordinary breaches of protocol, one ridiculous thing after the other, and the latest is that the government just wrote us tonight and said that for the last 18 months or so, they've misidentified the agents who wrote each of the notes. They've had it backwards.
Oh, for crying out loud. And what is the import of that? Does it have a material impact on, I understand it's frustrating and frankly stupid of them, but is there anything about it that suggests that it is conscious malfeasance, or is it just simply sloppiness?
Well, it simply raises a lot more questions. We need handwriting samples from the two agents. We need to know the unredacted documents instead of, we've got heavily redacted documents with respect to notes and 302s. We need them unredacted because they're supposed to bear the agent's signatures and dates. It just raises far more questions than answers for the whole scenario.
And you have said point blank the government has been unconscionable in its conduct here. Where do we stand with the judge making a ruling on you are seeking, if you will, to have this all reversed? Where are we?
Well, first we want all the evidence we've requested disclosed because we want to show exactly what happened here. The American public deserves to know, the court deserves to know how badly it's been lied to, and certainly General Flynn does. So we're asking for all the evidence that we listed in our original motion to be produced, and then we will seek to move to dismiss for egregious government misconduct. I'm sure the evidence is going to support that. Frankly, we probably have enough already, but Judge Sullivan could do it on his own if he wants to, but I think at a minimum he's going to order the government to produce a whole lot more evidence than it has in the past.
And how soon will we find out if that is indeed the direction he chooses to go, the judge? I'm
expecting it within a couple of weeks. He said he wanted to move this along.
And I guess in federal court parlance, that's moving it along, but it seems to me that it is at best no more than a trot when a full gallop seems to be in order here, given what the general has gone through.
Yes, I agree with you on that, but he did allow the parties full and comprehensive briefing. He now has that, including the government SIR reply, which we just destroyed in our filing yesterday, and I think he's got all he needs now to make his ruling without further ado.
Is there any reason why we should not expect the Attorney General appointed by this president to simply expeditiously withdraw from this case and acknowledge what you have discovered so far? Why perpetuate this?
I'm a little surprised the Department of Justice hasn't come in and done something already, like appoint at least new prosecutors to produce all the Brady evidence. But maybe he's giving Mr. Van Grack all the rope he needs to hang himself, because that's what he does every time he files another document.
Well, it is, I suppose, not cold comfort to General Flynn, but it, at the same time, has to be agonizing for what the man has gone through to have even a day's delay in getting this this burden off his back and his spirit. Sidney Powell, your indomitable spirit, serving justice well, and certainly the general, and we appreciate you taking time to be with us. What's the next step?
The next step is for Judge Sullivan to...
All right. Sidney, thanks so much.